Alright, welcome to this new series that I'm starting. I don't know what to call it yet. I'll call it like note analyzation or something like that, where I'm analyzing all the notes that are in Unturned. I will go in order, I guess. So this is note number 1. We are in the Yukon map in Off Limits Scorpion 7. In this first laboratory right here next to the sign, and this note is from Dr. Behan's log. So let me go ahead and read it and then we can analyze it. Dr. Behan's log, February 7th. My new workstation at the outpost is turning out a lot better than I expected. The staff here seem to be warming up to me already, and Dr. Stevens even invited me to play chess earlier today. This lot's experiments are a step above the boring DNA splicing down south, and for the first time in months I am feeling intellectually stimulated. Still, I miss Spot, and the cold up here is something else. But the move was unavoidable for obvious reasons. Alright, so first off, I will go ahead and analyze that first part up there. Analyzation for the first paragraph, I guess you could call it. You can definitely tell Dr. Behan isn't from the Yukon itself. He's from either somewhere probably like Ontario, somewhere down there, down south, or from the northern part of the United States. And also you can tell he left behind someone because it says that I miss Spot. So we don't know who Spot is. It could be his dog, it could be his son. I don't think it would be his wife or a daughter, because that's not really a girl's name. And Spot is, I'd say it's a dog's name. And also it says it's cold up here, of course, because it's February. It's winter in the Yukon, so obviously it would be cold. And so I'm thinking he is from the United States, because DNA splicing down south, and Canada's laws, like up in the Yukon, they probably don't have as many restrictions on DNA studies as they do down in the United States, so they would be able to do more up there. So obviously everything is going good for him at work, but he did leave some family. But this is an interesting sentence right here. But the move was unavoidable for obvious reasons. Now, we don't know those reasons yet. They may be in later notes that state what he moved for. So far it seems that this whole thing started in the Yukon map, like the whole zombie apocalypse. It all started here. Also, I looked around this place for a chess set and I didn't find one, so I don't know where that took place. Alright, moving on to our next paragraph. I'll go ahead and read it right now. The shipment from HQ came in earlier than expected. More contract work for those executives at Big J. This one seems to be part of an even larger project, and I get the feeling they are splitting up between the labs to make it harder for us to see the big picture. I'm not really sure what the consumer application is either, but hey, it pays the bills. So we can tell that Big J, obviously, that's what stands out. That's the gas station. That's the gas station that's down around this area. The gas station's on all the maps. That's called Big J Fuel. So they have been supplying the Scorpion 7 bases with the supplies that they need. And it also states that they were splitting up the laboratories. So there's no Scorpion 7 in PEI, but the thing is, at the farm in that island, Toucan Farm, I think it is called. It starts with a T. It's down there though. It has the Scorpion 7 sign in the wheat field. So they did split up the laboratories. So there's one in the Yukon, there's one in PEI, and then of course there's the one in Washington, clearly marked, that base right there. So the whole research process, it started in the Yukon. So obviously the executives were hiding what they were really researching to the doctors. They didn't want to tell them what was going on, and the whole thing wasn't for consumer applications. It was for the big companies, so they could make more money. Alright, this was note number 1. I will come back with another episode for episode 2, the second note. Special thanks to my friend Blackout for giving me the idea for this series. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like if you want to see more of this. Hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe. How dare ya.